2025 in review, captivating photos from the DC area's news stories. Winter wonderland to kick off the new year. Before a year marked by chaos and division unfolded, DC residents came together to share in the childlike wonder that a snowstorm can bring. The area saw 5 to 12 inches of snow from January 5th to January 6th, more than enough ammunition to fuel the annual Great Meridian Chill Battle. President Donald Trump returns to White House in atypical inauguration. President-elect Donald Trump is sworn in by Chief Justice John Roberts at the 60th presidential inauguration. Bitterly cold temperatures moved the inauguration of President Donald Trump indoors to the Capitol Rotunda. Afterward, Trump held an indoor version of the inaugural parade, during which he signed his first executive orders. More pandemonium at Smithsonian National Zoo. Giant panda Bao Li eats bamboo leaves in his habitat at the Smithsonian's National Zoo and Conservation Biology Institute opening ceremony in honor of the public debut of the giant pandas. To the frustration of many in the DC area, 2024 was a panda-less year for the nation's capital. Thankfully that was rectified in 2025 when Bao Li and Qing Bao made their public debut in late January. The pair were welcomed with a joyful opening ceremony, and have since been embraced by zoo-goers. Plane crashes on approach to Reagan National, kills 67. Emergency response units assess helicopter wreckage in the Potomac River near Ronald Reagan Washington Airport. A busy first month of the year in the DC region came to a tragic close when, on January 29, an American Airlines flight from Wichita, Kansas, making its approach to Reagan National Airport in Arlington, Virginia, collided with an Army helicopter and plummeted into the frigid waters of the Potomac River, killing 67 people. The collision prompted an investigation by the National Transportation Safety Board, led to changes in operations around Reagan National and was the first of several major stories surrounding air travel in 2025. Musk, DOGE, take chainsaw to federal workforce. Elon Musk holds a chainsaw as he arrives to speak at the Conservative Political Action Conference. The Department of Government Efficiency, known as DOGE, was created at the start of Trump's term with the goal of shrinking the federal workforce and cutting government spending. But it was on February 20th when the eye-catching photo was taken of DOGE's leader, billionaire Elon Musk, wielding a chainsaw on the stage of the Conservative Political Action Conference in Oxon Hill, Maryland. Musk and DOGE would go on to reportedly cut hundreds of thousands of federal jobs before effectively disbanding later in the year. Maryland man becomes center of Trump's immigration crackdown. The Trump administration's crackdown on immigration has led to numerous deportations, the deployment of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents in major cities, and a pause on the settlement of some refugees, but one man's case drew particular ire. Kilmar Abrego Garcia was taken from his Maryland home in March and deported to a notorious prison in El Salvador, a move the U.S. government conceded was a mistake. After a series of twists and turns in his case, he was freed in December and returned to his Maryland home. Commanders DC partner up to bring NFL team back to hallowed ground. Mayor Muriel Bowser signs a Washington Commanders helmet while joined by Washington Commanders managing partner Josh Harris and NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell during a news conference announcing a new stadium. DC Mayor Muriel Bowser kept the Wizards and Capitals in the district in 2024, and she scored an even bigger win in 2025, reaching a deal with the Washington Commanders to return the NFL franchise to a newly built stadium at the old RFK Stadium campus on the banks of the Anacostia River. The deal was announced April 28 and received final approval from the DC Council on September 17. Trump's military parade brings tanks, troops to DC. Members of the U.S. Army drive a Paladin self-propelled howitzer, M1 Abrams battle tank and other military vehicles in the 250th birthday parade. Members of the military, along with some of their mightiest equipment, rolled into D.C. on June 14 for a parade celebrating the Army's 250th birthday. The parade, conceived by Trump and taking place on his birthday. Parade met with protests in D.C., nationwide. Demonstrators marched during a protest taking place on the day of a military parade commemorating the Army's 250th anniversary. On the same day as the military parade, those who opposed the Trump administration lined the streets in thousands of cities across the nation, including D.C. The nationwide protests, under the theme No Kings, were repeated in October. In many major cities, such as Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, and Philadelphia, people turned out nationwide. Federal agents, National Guard deployed in D.C. An Immigration and Customs Enforcement branded GMC SUV and an ICE branded Ford pickup truck are parked at the U.S. Capitol. Trump took his crackdown on immigration a step further in August when he announced he was deploying ICE and other federal agents, along with National Guard members, to D.C. and asserting more control over the city's police department. While D.C. leaders largely complied with the effort, some residents decried the surge in law enforcement and reported instances of masked and unidentified agents confronting people in public areas. A record-long government shutdown. A sign that reads "Closed due to federal government shutdown" is seen outside the National Gallery of Art. A battle over health care subsidies in Congress led to the longest government shutdown in U.S. history, beginning October 1 and ending November 12. The shutdown had far-reaching implications on travel, with many air traffic controllers missing work as it wore on, which led to widespread flight cancellations. During the 43-day shutdown, more than 1 million federal workers went without paychecks and federally funded museums were closed to visitors. White House's East Wing demolished. Construction workers atop the U.S. Treasury watch as work continues on a largely demolished part of the East Wing of the White House before construction of a new ballroom. Demolition of the White House's East Wing will serve as a long-standing symbol of the impact of 2025 in the nation's capital. Much like many of the Trump administration's actions, opponents have condemned the demolition, which began at Trump's direction on October 20 to make way for a new ballroom.